Hey friends, welcome back to the channel with more of the Big Bang Theory. This is season 3, episode 16, and last time Leonard tried to bring Penny to Switzerland for a trip on Valentine's Day, but Sheldon had other plans, kept trying to get his way so that he could go and visit the Large Hadron Collider, and he tried everything. He manipulated Leonard, he went behind Leonard's back to try to convince Penny not to go, and eventually, neither of them could go because they both got really, really sick, and Leonard wound up taking Raj. Super, super funny episode. Anyway, guys, I'm excited to continue. If you want to watch the full reaction or you want to see episodes a week early, check out Patreon in the link in the description below. Otherwise, take a quick moment to leave a like, and let's get started. do, 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 do. It's playing on a shirt.
You might want to mark your Google calendars. Stan Lee is coming to do a signing on Thursday.
R.I.P. Stan Lee.
My uncle is his dermatologist, and Stan's doing him a favor.
Oh, cool.
I don't want to know that. How can I possibly discuss with Stan Lee, the scientific foundation?
Stan Lee does not have a contagious skin disease.
Well, look who thinks he's Stewart's uncle now.
Can't believe it. Gonna meet Stan Lee.
Is he actually gonna cameo?
What is, you're a dumbass?
Mr. Lee signed my copy of this month's Batman.
This month?
Stanley had nothing to do with Batman.
I will be the possessor of a unique, albeit confusing artifact, which will set me apart from the hoi polloi of comic book fandom.
I guess.
Paper cut, nothing worse than a paper cut.
Ow.
Well, obviously you don't remember your circumcision.
Band-aids in my top desk drawer.
Why don't you keep that stuff in the bathroom? He does, and in the kitchen, and in the car, and in his pocket.
Oh.
Yeah, but the ones in my pocket are mine.
Got it.
Stan Lee.
Stanley Tucci?
No, Stan Lee.
Oh, Stan Lee. Cool.
She has no idea.
You are an important part of my life, and I pay attention to the things you are interested in.
Your lying voice is real bad.
So who's Stan Lee?
He was on Star Trek.
Nice try.
Stanley. Oh, he was in those goofy kung fu movies you love so much.
Goofy Kung Fu movies?
Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee. Oh my god. Goofy?
Oh,
How
so
dare
is this
you.
Bruce?
Why do you have all these unopened paychecks in your desk?
I don't trust banks. I believe that when the robots rise up, ATMs will lead the charge.
And those checks expire.
From the Pasadena Municipal Court. Looks like you ran a red light on Marengo Avenue at 9:30 p.m. on November 16th.
He's only ever drove once.
Traffic camera, nice picture.
Oh, when he drove Penny to the hospital, he got a ticket the first one time he drove.
That's the evening you fell in your bathtub, and I had to drive you to the emergency room.
No, it isn't.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
She's trying to get out of
I
this.
have an eidetic memory. Also, that's a picture of you in the passenger seat holding your dislocated shoulder.
No, it isn't.
No, it isn't. Look, they sent me the ticket. I told them I wasn't driving, and they were all, if it wasn't you, who was it?
So you betrayed me.
No.
Betrayed?
It wasn't a betrayal. It was more of a, I can't afford any more points on my license.
You were in distress, and I was rescuing you.
Yes. Look, and now you have a photo to remember that heroic day.
I'm not going to pay a fine. That would imply I'm guilty.
You are
You are guilty. Okay, I'm starting to enjoy it a little.
On Thursday, I will have my day in court, and justice will be done.
You're gonna
I'm going
fight
to be
it?
Preparing my defense right now.
Oh god. There's ironclad evidence in that photo. He's going to jail. Yay!
That's right. Thursday's Stan Lee Day.
Oh.
Now we're all going to miss Stan Lee.
All?
Whoa.
Whoa.
What do you mean, all?
Raj, you'll be there, won't you? I guess it'll just be me and my eyewitness.
Oh, balls.
Please try
Balls.
something Penny,
Penny,
You're not supposed to do that.
that's just wrong.
what is this?
I've taken the liberty of scripting your appearance on the witness stand because, let's face it, you're somewhat of a loose cannon. Now, don't worry. It's
oh my
written
God.
over November 16th. Do you remember that date?
Darn tootin', I do.
What the fuck?
The court will excuse excuse my homespun, corn-fed Nebraskan turn of phrase.
What the heck?
It is a fact that it's a privilege to know you.
Oh my god.
Totally. A teardrop rolls down my cheek, but it is a fact that it's a privilege to know you. Totally.
Sheldon Cooper.
Oh god, this is not
Good
gonna
morning, Your
go
Honor.
well.
Appearing in pro se, that is to say, representing himself.
I know
He's a
what it
judge.
means.
He
I
knows
went to
what it
law
means.
school.
And yet you wound up in traffic court.
Insult
if it
him.
would
Good way to
please the
start.
court, like a milking stool, my case rests on 3 legs. I will demonstrate that I was improperly instructed in driving by a woman whose lack of respect for society borders on the sociopathic.
Wow. Wow.
Improper instruction, quod est necessarium est liquitum, 6th Amendment. My milk stool is complete.
Impressive.
Thank you.
Guilty.
You're completely ignoring the law.
No, I'm following the law. I'm ignoring you.
Really? I would point out that I am.
I think he has some legal merit that it was an emergency.
You preside over the kiddie table of yours.
Wow.
I'm a scientist. I never apologize for the truth.
In jail. Missed Stan Lee.
That's my spot.
Giving all his characters first and last names that start with the same letter.
Peter Parker.
Bruce Banner, Reed
Bruce Banner.
Richards, Sue Storm, Stephen Strange, Otto Octavius, Silver Surfer, Peter Parker, and worst of all, J. Jonah Jameson Jr.
Junior.
I'm not gonna talk to Stan Lee after you tease him off.
Sheldon's in jail.
Sheldon's in jail?
You called it.
Yeah, he did.
So tell him to apologize.
Oh, gee, thanks, Leonard. That didn't occur to me.
Excuse me. Excuse me, jailer.
What?
I need to use the restroom.
Knock yourself out.
Please tell the judge I'm ready to apologize.
All right. All right.
To my friend Leonard from
Aw.
Stan Lee, Excelsior.
My friend Howard from Stan Lee Excelsior.
To Raj from Stan Lee.
Oh no.
You know very well how it went.
Yeah, but we all want to hear it from you.
$533.
I'm gonna write you a check for that.
Whoa.
As long as you promise to put it in your drawer and never cash it like the others.
You didn't get to meet Stan Lee.
Yeah, that's bad.
After he finished signing autographs, Stan Lee took Stuart and us out for gelato.
Oh wow.
He said we could call him Stan.
Except for
Oh.
Raj.
Poor Raj.
You are responsible for all the evil that has befallen me today.
Okay.
Opportunities to have gelato with Stan Lee come but once in a lifetime. The moving finger writes, and having writ moves on.
Okay. Penny looked really
Somehow
hurt.
give me the finger?
I guess.
Not just the finger, the moving finger.
Gonna share a can of tuna with the cat?
Oh no.
Oh, nice.
Not even my cat. I just feed it. Some nights it doesn't even show up.
This is so sad.
Okay, so I was hoping you could give me his phone number so maybe I can arrange for them to meet.
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have his phone number. Wait,
Wait.
I have his address.
What?
Really?
Maybe we can make a deal.
What kind of
Kind
deal?
of deal.
I will give you the address if you go to my cousin's wedding with me.
Can I bring Leonard?
Sure, what the hell?
Deal.
We were on Stanley's curb, then we were on Stanley's walk, and now we're at Stanley's front door.
Oh god, this is gonna be bad.
We're about to go in and have milk and cookies with Stan Lee.
I think you're
Sweetie, I don't know if we're gonna have cookies or he's just gonna say hi or really what's gonna happen,
overestimating.
so just let me-
Is it actually him? Stan Lee! Oh, Fantastic Four
Are you
pajamas.
Stan Lee?
Oh, damn.
Oh damn.
And you thought you'd just come over to my house uninvited? Do you think you can just ring my doorbell anytime you want? I mean, why don't you just come on in and watch the Lakers game with me?
He's taking that as an
Not much
actual
of a sports fan, but
infestation.
thank you.
Joni, call the police!
Nice to meet you.
Oh no. Oh no.
Fantastic
Fantastic Four, Daredevil, Invincible Iron Man, Happy Hogan.
He's still on this
Just let it go.
Hey, where you been?
restraining order.
I've been. I saw the inside of his house and got an autographed application for a restraining order.
Sweet.
Sweet.
This is going to look great hanging next to my restraining order from Leonard Nimoy.
He has a restraining order from Leonard Nimoy too. Aww. Oh, Stan Lee. I actually don't know too much about him other than the fact that he had a cameo in basically every Marvel property for such a long time. And I know that Marvel would be extremely different without him. He wrote a whole bunch of different characters. He came up with a whole bunch of different characters. And I don't think there are any celebrities that I'm dying to meet in real life, but I understand what Stan Lee means to comic book fans. The fact that Sheldon missed seeing him was such a huge deal. And I know that people were devastated when he passed. So it was nice seeing him here. But yeah, Penny didn't know who he was, which is, it was kind of cute the way she was trying to pretend to know. And at this point in the show, I think the MCU movies that had come out were Iron Man 1 and 2 and The Incredible Hulk. So even though she's an actress and is in the movie business, technically, even though she hasn't booked a job, it's not like Marvel was as ubiquitous as it is now. So it's understandable why she wouldn't know. But it was silly how she was pretending to know who Stan Lee was to make Leonard feel like she's a good girlfriend who pays attention to his interests, which make an excuse to go to the bathroom and look it up on your smartphone or something if you really have to lie. Just like tell the truth, actually, though. Because if Leonard is reasonable, he'll understand. Because you don't have to remember everything about your partner's interests if you're not into them yourself, right? Sheldon wanted Stan Lee to sign a Batman comic, which, I mean, I guess it would be one of a kind, but like, does it have sentimental value? Would it be worth a lot of money? No, like it's just something he wants because it'll be unique. Like, what if, let's use Summer Glau as an example since she's also cameoed on the show. What if I wanted her to sign a Pokemon card or a book she didn't write or a piece of artwork that she didn't make, nor is she a part of? Sure, it would be the only one in existence. Okay, now that I put it like that, having something that is the only one in existence, I'm kind of seeing the appeal. I don't know. It can be a conversation piece for sure. Not like Sheldon wants conversation pieces. He just wants it for his own personal satisfaction. I don't know. Anyway. For a second, though, I thought Stan Lee might not actually show up in this episode, given that the comic book signing happened off-screen. And I thought Sheldon was going to miss his chance to meet Stan Lee entirely because of Penny. It was partially her fault, but he himself made a lot of moves that contributed to not meeting Stan Lee. But it would have been heartbreaking if he hadn't. But I'm trying to think of if there's an equivalent thing that would happen to me that I would be equally upset about, because even my favorite celebrities, I'd be like, if I miss it, no big deal. I mean, there's a lot of fictional characters I'd want to meet, but the actors and actresses who play them, it'd be cool to meet them, but I'm not like dying to meet them. But Penny, Sheldon drove her to the hospital and she got a ticket and blamed Sheldon for it because she couldn't get any more points on her license. And I wouldn't actually blame her that much if she had told Sheldon or had given him a choice in that. Though I guess if she had given him a choice, he would have shot her down, and that would have been a problem in itself, and she might have had her license suspended, and she'd never be able to drive him anywhere. So it's a whole jar of worms, can of worms. That's the saying, can of worms. That is hard to open. But at least give Sheldon a heads up so that he's not blindsided. And Sheldon wouldn't have gone to court and missed Stan Lee if he had just paid the fine, right? Why didn't he just do that? Like, admit he's wrong, or heck, just pay the fine even if he won't admit to the violation. His pride meant more to him, though, than meeting Stan Lee, apparently. And I think he can blame her for the moving violation, but not for missing Stan Lee. I think that's mostly on him and refusing to relent. Plus he goes to jail for insulting the judge, which I think his time in jail probably, if he had gone and paid the fine like the judge ordered, he probably still had time to meet Stan Lee, but no, he didn't do that instead. But he shows up on the day of the arraignment and knocks on Penny's door. Knock, 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 Penny. Knock, 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 Penny. And Penny finishes the third one. That's just so wrong. And he coaches Penny through her court appearance, which she was very obviously never going to have a chance to make that statement. But it was a lot of fun watching her play out this role that Sheldon wrote for her as a Nebraska hick. And Sheldon really lives in his own little world, though, where he thinks the world will stop for him and that he can change the minds of everyone through logic and reason and a bit of manipulation as well. And then the first thing he does is insult the judge. His lack of people skills, his disdain for others, it's remarkable. But yeah, I do think he had some legal standing in saying that he was driving Penny because it was an emergency, but he pissed off the judge so much that it didn't matter. He was never going to listen to him. And then he insulted him even more, getting thrown in jail. He probably, like I said before, probably had time to visit Stan Lee if he hadn't mouthed off. And then to the other guy in jail, that's my spot. My God. And he's annoying enough that the other guy actually moved at some point. But we didn't see him actively move. It was probably during a off screen, but yeah. Other parts of this episode, Raj with his obnoxious music playing shirt, blasting Darth Vader music, Darth Vader's theme as he enters the comic book store, playing Jeopardy music when Leonard is considering which comic to have Stan Lee sign. It eventually did grow on me, and coincidentally, it started with the same instance that everybody else was kind of on board with it too. Probably because it was done to make fun of Sheldon, yeah. But not a fan of public music playing though, like people playing loud music in public just for themselves. Like if it's showtime on the subway, that's fine. Like they're trying to secure their bag, make some money. But like cars blasting music so loud with the windows down, people sitting in coffee shops or on public transportation, or just walking down the street just blasting music when no one else has any choice but to listen, just put it in your ears with the earbuds. Like what the heck are you doing? And the actual noise doesn't bother me that much, but it's just so incredibly inconsiderate that that's what bothers me. But after using it in public a couple times, Raj, the rest of the episode, he basically uses it at home or at his friend's house, so it's not as egregious. So that's when I started being more on board with it, and I eased off of him after that. But yeah, Raj kept being annoying throughout the episode. Not to me, but like to Stan. Brought up all the alliterations of character names in the Marvel series, Marvel Comics, first to his friends and then to Stan Lee's face, apparently, off camera, which Stan Lee did not appreciate, apparently. He signed to Howard and Leonard, to my friend, from Leonard or Howard, Stan Lee, Excelsior, and then to Raj, from Stan Lee. Poor guy. And then they all went out for gelato afterward. That's going to be an unforgettable experience for them, which Sheldon missed also. But yes, Sheldon started blaming Penny for everything afterwards, and I actually thought she was going to cry. The actress, I can't believe I'm forgetting her name. Kaylee Cuoco. She really sold that moment. Like, I legitimately thought she was going to burst into tears. And then Sheldon gave her the finger, the moving finger. But I'm glad she made it up to him. Though Stewart, wow, giving a man's address out without their consent, that's really, really bad. And then he just seems so desperate and alone. Poor Stewart, but also bad on him for giving out a man's private home address. And then Sheldon getting a restraining order from Stan Lee. Oh boy. It'll look great next to his restraining order from Leonard Nimoy. Boundaries. He apparently has no sense of boundaries whatsoever. And oh no. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this time. Looking forward to more. Leave a like, really helps the channel. And if you want to watch the full reaction or you want to watch episodes a week early, check out Patreon in the link in the description below. Alright guys, I'll see you guys next time. Bye friends.